Lesson 7, Entering Transactions. In this chapter we will discuss about entering transactions. Basically we have created various chapters for entering transactions, and in each chapter we will pick up a certain topic and discuss it. In this chapter, that is chapter 7, we will discuss about supplies inward or purchase, and again we'll discuss different types of purchase transactions like single tax rate transaction, multi tax rate transaction, tax inclusive transactions, exempt nil rated transactions. So, in this chapter, we'll discuss these four types of transactions, starting with entering single tax rate transactions. Single tax rate transactions are those transactions in which only a particular tax rate has been used. That is, all the items in the voucher have a single tax rate. So, as we are entering purchase transaction, we'll go to transactions purchase add option, specify the series, voucher date, voucher number, and then is the purchase type, most important. Here we are selecting the purchase type as LGST 18%, which means this is a local transaction, as L here symbolizes local, and 18% means all the items in this bill will be taxable at 18% only. So you can select the purchase type accordingly. If the items belongs to 12% category, then you can select the LGST 12% purchase type, and so on. Select the party, select material center, and then is ITC eligibility, that the tax you have paid in this purchase transaction is eligible for ITC or not, and if it is eligible for ITC, then under which head. So here we are taking the ITC eligibility as input goods services. Select the item, specify item related details like quantity, unit, price, and then apply the necessary bill sundry. As this is a local transaction, so we'll apply the CGST and SGST bill sundry. You can see the items are taxable at 18%, as we have selected the purchase type as LGST 18%. So we will apply CGST 9%, and you can see SGST is automatically being displayed by PC. In local transactions, both CGST and SGST are applied, and at the left hand side you can see the tax summary also displaying the taxable amount and the CGST and SGST amount. Click Save button to save the voucher. On saving the voucher, a GST reporting details window will appear, in which you need to specify the original purchase bill number and purchase bill date. Now we are again entering a purchase voucher, and this time we are entering for interstate, that is central transaction. So here we are selecting the purchase type as IGST 18%. Here I symbolizes interstate transactions, and 18% means all the items will be taxable at 18%. Select party, select material center, specify the ITC eligibility, select item and specify item related details. Now in the bill sundry section, we'll apply only the IGST bill sundry. We have discussed it several times that for interstate transaction you need to apply only one tax, or you can say only one bill sundry, that is IGST. So here we are applying the bill sundry as IGST 18%, and at the left hand side you can see the tax summary also, that is taxable amount, IGST amount. Click Save button to save the voucher. In the GST reporting details window, specify the original bill number, that is the bill number you have received from the supplier of the goods, and original purchase bill date. Then you can see a transport details window is appearing, in which you can specify the required transport details like transporter name, GRRR number, GRRR date, vehicle number, state, from place, that is the place from where the goods have been dispatched, that is the place or the station from where you are receiving the goods. Now we will discuss entering multi-tax rate transactions. Multi-tax rate transactions implies that a bill is having items with different tax rate. That is, in a single bill there are items belonging to 12% tax rate, then items belonging to 18% tax rate, and so on. So how we will enter such type of purchase transaction, we will discuss it now. We are opening a purchase voucher, specifying the series, date, voucher number, and in the purchase type section we are selecting the LGST item wise purchase type. If you remember, in our chapter 4 for sale type and purchase type, we have discussed that for entering multi tax rate transaction you can either apply tax item wise or voucher wise. So first of all we'll discuss that how we can apply the tax item wise, and then we'll discuss about the voucher wise option. So here we are selecting the purchase type as LGST item wise. L means it's a local transaction, and item wise means we are applying the tax with each item. Then select the party, material center, ITC eligibility, select the item, specify the quantity, unit price. On pressing the enter key on amount field, you can see an item wise GST window is appearing, which is showing the taxable amount. and then the CGST percentage, SGST percentage, and the CGST and SGST amount. So from where Busy has picked that on this particular item 18% tax is to be charged. This Busy has picked from the item master. With this item, we have tagged the tax category as GST 18%. So Busy has picked it from item master that what rate of tax is to be applied and has displayed it in this window and calculated the tax amount also. Next, we are taking one more item. Here, on pressing the enter key on amount field, you can see again an item wise GST window is appearing. It is displaying that this particular item is taxable at 28%, that is 14% CGST and 14% SGST. So Busy picks from the tax category tagged with the item master that what particular tax rate is to be applied with the item. At the bottom left hand side, you can see tax summary is also displaying that 18% tax is charged on this particular amount and 28% tax is charged on this particular amount. So it's clearly showing the taxable amount for 18% and the CGST SGST amount according to 18% and the taxable amount for 28% and the CGST SGST amount as per the 28%. So you can see Busy is displaying complete tax summary here. Click save button to save the voucher. Next, we will be discussing that how you can enter multi-tax rate transaction voucher wise. So here we are selecting the purchase type as LGST multi-rate. Again, L here symbolizes local transaction and multi-rate means we will be applying tax in the form of bill sundry and will not specify tax with each item. Select the party, material center, ITC eligibility, select the item, specify the item related details. Here we are selecting one more item, specifying its details, and then we are applying the bill sundry. First we have applied the CGST SGST at 9% and then CGST SGST at 14%. Now Busy will automatically pick that on which item 18% tax rate is to be charged and on which item 28% tax rate is to be charged. This again Busy will pick from the tax category master tagged in the item master. So it's very easy. You just need to apply bill sundries for different tax rates. Like we have two items, one at 18% and one at 28%. So we have applied CGST SGST 9% each and CGST SGST 14% each. At the left hand side, tax summary is clearly displaying that 18% tax rate is charged on this particular amount and 28% tax rate is charged on this particular amount. Click save button to save the purchase voucher. Now we will be discussing entering tax inclusive transactions, that is those transactions in which tax is already included in the item's price. We have discussed tax inclusive transactions in sale type purchase type master chapter also, that is chapter 4. In tax inclusive transaction, Busy does a reverse calculation to segregate the tax amount and taxable amount from the item price you have specified. So here we are specifying the series, date, voucher number and selecting the purchase type as LGST tax inclusive. L for local transaction and tax inclusive means that tax amount is already included in the item price you have specified. Then select the party, material center, ITC eligibility, select the item. On pressing the enter key on the amount field, an item-wise tax information window is appearing which is showing the GST rate as 18%. This particular GST rate Busy has again picked from the tax category tagged in the item master. Then Busy is showing the final amount inclusive of GST and the CGST and SGST percent. So complete information this window is displaying. Click OK button. At the bottom left hand side, you can see the tax summary which is showing the tax rate as 9 plus 9%, taxable amount, CGST amount, SGST amount. So if you make a total of taxable amount and CGST, SGST amount, it will come out to be the amount you have specified in the item grid. Click Save button to save the voucher. Next, we will be discussing entering exempt nil rated transactions. That is, transactions in which items belong to exempt category or nil rated category. Again, we are selecting the series, date, voucher number, then purchase type. Here, we are selecting the purchase type as LGST exempt. L symbolizes it is a local transaction and exempt means that items that you will specify in this particular transactions belongs to exempt category, that is they are exempted from GST under certain government notifications. Select the party, material center, ITC eligibility, then select the item and specify the quantity, unit, price related details. In the bill sundry section, we will not apply any bill sundry as this particular item is exempted from tax. So there is no need to apply any tax bill sundry. Click Save button to save the voucher. In this chapter, we have to discuss only these types of purchase transactions, that is single tax rate, multi-tax rate, tax inclusive, exempt, nil rated. At the end of the chapter, we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter, you would be able to easily enter purchase transactions in Busy. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.